There you go, Battle of 1992. So, to start this boss fight, you must come way over here and put in your thing. What I recommend doing every time you do a boss fight like this is eating the thing you want to have, then activate the boss fight.
Just looking, I promise.
There you go. AXL is a massive monstrosity, and we can have the music for this because it makes sense for the music to be here, since its boss fight music is actually quite unique. AXL is a massive mutated, well, not mutated. It's just a massive tarantula, and I really like this boss fight a lot, and I like what they did with it. And because we have that lasagna, extra damage on weak point. Alright, cool. Loaded last save. It just fucking obliterated me. Excellent. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that it obliterated me. Yeah, let's turn the game settings. Yeah, you can turn it down to mild. That's fine.
Just looking, I promise.
So like I was saying, AXL is a massive tarantula. Its whole gimmick is that it's bigger than you. And this is basically the theme of every boss that is a optional one, is that it is a massive version of the normal bosses. Like the Broodmother was huge compared to you. So what is huge compared to your buggy, which is the theme of the bosses? What is bigger than your buggy? Oh my god. What is your buggy afraid of? That thing. Wait for it. I'm trying to venom it. And obviously, because it is very slow, you can easily just stay back and venomify it for your team. There you go. Cool thing is I still have weak point damage even though I drank like a different thing. See, I'm trying to get the blocks in so I can get the supercharged spear. Man, this thing's super cool. Should be close to its third phase. Yeah, it's third phase time, okay. Off he goes. I'd recommend staying by the entrance for a bit. I guess I can just kill these guys. Damn. It spooked me a little bit there. I thought I was gonna get hit. Here we go. Time for the battering ram. Obviously it healed a little bit because it got a couple kills there, but that's okay. We're just gonna try to apply venom real quick. This music is so dope, man. It's like so bumping. I love it. That was just a stun.
This buggy, feeling it.
Fall down, please. Thank you. Yeah, I need this photo. Yeah, this is actually a funny one. Me and the boys. This is really funny. Oh, we got the gold card too. Nice. Let me go research all this stuff, and let me also build the thing, and then we'll go kill her a bunch of times. Cause like the thing is that like I'd like to do this boss fight more, but the thing is I need to upgrade myself and give myself some more stuff. I also hate how the things are moving. That's kind of creepy. Alright, anyway, let me grab all my arrows that I have left behind. I'm gonna go build the statue so I can get more loot luck. And, yeah. Note to self, might have to readjust because fucking I accidentally pushed F11, moving my cat. Anyway. Night Stalker Greaves, Throne, and Collabora. Talon, Helm, and Mount. And finally, the bow with all the arrows and the Night Stalker Fang. Excellent. I'll just leave the music going, it's fine, because we're about to fight AXL again anyway. So let me get back to the house. I'm going to finish up the stuffing, and once we do, we'll touch the stuffing, and that will give us the power. Bruh, we were one away? Oh my god. One away from getting the thing. That is so lame. Well, we're already here, so let me think. Drop off any extra things. Sort. Okay. Let me drop off all the plant materials and all that. I really wish that it wasn't just a few. I said this on a stream. I'm going to say it again. I really wish that it wasn't fangs, but chunks of fang. You know, chunks of venom, chunks of talon. So you can get a lot more than what you got. Because, like, these are huge creatures, and you're telling me I only got, like, a few little bits and pieces? Like, come on now. It's just silliness. It's just silliness. So we have to kill it again. Specifically so we can get enough of the stuff to get the stuffed mount, to get more of the stuff. And it's just back and forth and back and forth, you son of a bitch. Alright. To make this a little bit more easy, I'm just going to speed it up and talk about AXL and what you can do to basically make this really simple. First of all, weakness. Boost it. Boost as much weakness as possible, because the more weakness you have, the more damage you'll deal when it's falling over. Get as much stun as possible. Well, AXL's main problem is that when it's stunned, it completely collapses getting to that weakness. And that is the point of the boss fight. You are supposed to knock it over and get to that weakness. If you do not do that, then it's going to take a while to actually damage AXL, because AXL's main gimmick is that it is this big, intimidating creature that your buggy is scared of, and that means you're more scared of it. So it's meant to be this force of nature that is really hard to take down. And it shows. It shows that very well. The best armor I could recommend is snail armor, because, well, you charge up the stun, and on top of that, you get a boosted to your charge attack whenever you stun something, you know? If you block, you gain charge. The more charge you have, the more damage you deal. Ta-da! You basically play the way you're supposed to, which is you stun it, make it go down, and then you have a supercharge charge up to hit the weak point, and then bada bing, bada boom, more damage. When these guys come down, let them come to the web. Let AXL heal. It is fine. AXL completely fine with healing. It won't get that much HP back. It will always go where the player is or where there's a bunch of enemies. After all enemies are defeated, AXL will pop right back out, and then you can fight again. It will do ram attacks to try to get you. Alright, let's go get that stuffed. Alright, loot luck acquired, which will make this boss fight a lot more of a breeze. I'll get you from here. No. A little bit of trivia. AXL is based on the spider from Home Alone. Well, at least the name is. You know, Home Alone is a very popular movie, so any tarantula pet would most likely be called AXL. Even though AXL is definitely a female tarantula. Male tarantulas would be probably the size of a wolf spider compared to this thing. They are really small and a lot less long and all that. This one's definitely been around the block. On top of the fact that it is not leaving this area, which is most likely what it considers as its territory, its nest. Females typically don't leave the nest, they only leave the nest to hunt, which could also explain why there's no roly-polies and why there's no Blackhawks beetles in the starting area, even though it'd be a perfect place for them. How do we fix this game, devs? Basically, I think if AXL goes down, the world should change. There should be more tier 3s in the beginning area, and AXL is the key. You take down AXL, that is an invasive predator that would probably eat all the roly-polies and Blackhawks beetles. Since those things are huge, why do you think there's so many scorpions and roaches here? That's basically what it has to feed on right now. I mean, you basically unleashed all of them from the ceiling, because that's probably where it's been storing them. You know, it's been storing all these food for later, and then it comes out, and then it has to eat, and it has to feed to heal. So, yeah, I think they should make it to where if AXL gets defeated, roly-polies and the Blackhawks beetle should be in the spawn area, and then bada bing, you get some really cool lore. Like, obviously it's an invasive species, obviously it's eating all of those bugs, which would explain why they're not in spawn. And that would be a great way to reintroduce the old characters, the roly-poly and the Blackhawks, by making it to where they come out here. Anyway, this game's also buggy. And this happens from time to time. Gives me extra health, and I gotta wait for it to go into the thing. Or you can glitch, either way. Or you can glitch. Can you, like, not glitch? Please load, right? Please load. Oh, you dumb motherfucker. Oh, come on. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I just had to push her fat ass back in. Good God. Her fat dump truck couldn't fit, and I just had to shove her in. Stuck like Winnie the Pooh. Alright, come on. Yeah, so, that might happen from time to time. It might glitch, it might get stuck on the wall. Hell, it might even crash your game or despawn entirely. It is early access, it is beta, you know, it is not finished. And it's just going to get some minor tweaks in the future. It's probably going to basically fix its arena to be a lot more forgiving and make it to where it doesn't despawn. If anything, what they should do is if Axel does get stuck, Axel should just despawn and reappear. But not like at full health, obviously, but like it should just go into the ground instantly if it does get stuck. But I understand why it got stuck. It probably got stuck on a branch and I pushed it out of the way. Who knows? It's very weird. The code is very complicated, and that's one of the main reasons why these updates take so long, because it's hard to get this code to work right. This is the first time they're working with Unreal Engine 5, so yeah, it's a lot of work. Anyway, sorry that I sped through all this, but did you really want to watch me kill Axel 3 times? First time for a stuffed mount, and the second time, and third time for parts? You know, like, I don't know about that, Chief. Anyway, that was Axel, and I'm so glad that we got to kill her. So, hell yeah. Alright, loot luck. There you go, loot luck. So it's 3, 8, 4, and 2. Okay, excellent. And that is all the loot luck I had for that, sadly. Getting all of that loot luck is pretty tough. Because you have to kill the boss in such a rapid speed. Because if you don't do that, then you don't get to use the loot luck twice. You can only use it once, and then you have to come out here and build a loot luck farm and all that. Similar to the Broodmother, you kind of have to leave the statues and stuff out here. But if you're quick enough, you can go to your base, drop off the 2 things, and use both at the same time to kill her quickly. And then you'll have enough loot in order to make a second set at the farm itself. The only problem is that the statue and all that requires so much of the parts that it's almost like, why even bother? I kind of wish that there was a way to get more loot out of her. Maybe just make it to where she increases the amount of chunks or something. Like, if you can't increase the fangs or the talons, that's fine. Just guarantee, like, 3 fang chunks and, like, all that. Like, I get it. Like, it's supposed to be a whole-ass fang. But, like, it is so expensive for no reason. Like, if you have to only do 2 fangs, then downgrade the loot by, like, 80%. You know, like, that way you don't have to fucking use that many fangs. You only have to use 1 fang per weapon and maybe 1 fang per statue slash thing. Because if we actually take a look, it costs, like, 2 fangs for everything. And that means you have to kill her, like, multiple times. And that's just a very much a waste of time. Alright. Go on. So like this, see, that requires 2 fangs, so you have to kill her to guarantee this, which is annoying. And then if you go down here, that one doesn't require any fangs. Luckily, that's just 2 talons and 5 chunks. That's pretty cheap. All things considered, that is pretty cheap. But the one costing 2 fangs is pretty expensive. So we killed her how many times? 4 times? First time, second time to get the full mount, and then 2 more times. Yeah, 4 times. So that was 4 kills. We have 9 venom, 8 chunks. Sorry, 17 chunks, 8 fangs. Yeah. So that loot luck really helped there. We needed that loot luck desperately. I would craft that if it wasn't for the fact that I need the spear and the bow. I am replacing my old bow and I'm replacing my old spear. How much? How much? How much? Okay. 2 fangs. Okay. 2 fangs, 2 chunks, 1 venom. That is probably the cheapest weapon out of the bunch. There you go. To craft the spear, though, that one's a lot more expensive. Actually, no. It is 2 talons, 3 chunks, 2 venom. So technically you only have to fight her twice because the 2 fangs come from the kill itself, and then the talons usually get 3 or 4 talons. Technically, sometimes you get 2 talons, but the chunks, you get about 5 chunks per kill. So yeah, the chunks are pretty cheap. I don't know. Have I crafted this yet? I haven't seen. No, I haven't. I haven't crafted it yet. You can craft it. There you go. Okay. So yeah, the Talon is a very powerful weapon that causes venom attack, which is important. Hi. He's just at my door. If I do Mighty Glob, what does that do for me? Nothing. It doesn't even give a side effect. It just, you increase its damage or whatever. Alright, Analysis. Venom Spear better for damage output versus Rest Spear. So Rest Spear has the ability to make enemies attack slower, which is good. However, this one's better because of the venom. The more venom you apply, the more damage you deal over time. If we were to look at each of the damage types, come up here, let's see. I don't know where I put it. I put it in here, I think, yeah. Somewhere in here. Unless I didn't put it away. I could have sworn I put it away. Oh yeah, I put it over here. Yeah, if we were to look at the damage type and then compare it to the other one. It does slightly less damage but has more crits, and the stun and all that is the same. So this one crits more, has venom, this one crits less, and only has the infection, which is decent but does not help all that much. So this thing is a lot better for critting. I am going to make it venom with spicy. Why spicy? Spiders. Most spiders are immune to venom, so I'm going to make it a spicy weapon. By also making it spicy, that means that it will cook critters, which is also good. And by making it spicy, it'll deal more damage to most venom-resistant creatures. So if we actually go in here, so as you can see, spicy weakness, but it's immune to venom. Or not immune, it's resistant to venom. And then these guys resist fresh, but they are not resistant to spicy. So using spicy against them is the most sense. I like how this one doesn't have a weakness with its rump. I feel like spiders would have the weakness of rump. Their butt would be weaknessified. Come on now. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. I'm dying. The indigestion. It strikes back. Get all my things. Silk rope. Silk rope. I think we're good on silk rope for now. And we'll do some lint. There you go. So I had a lot of footage of me grinding. I basically went out and went this way, and I found some moldy milk molars and stuff like that. So why did I go that way? Where are my fellow viewer? Let us go get Ladybug and go to hedge, my friend. We're going to go get the Ladybug, and we're going to go to the hedge real quick. Because actually, I found something that was incredibly funny. So we are going to go show that off, because I do have it on footage, but I'd rather get better footage of it. So let's go! Almost forgot I was still recording. So yeah, there you go. Cassette tape. So we come this way. Thankfully I was already recording. Yeah, I think this is the area. Yeah, this is the area. Okay. To the ground. Look for a rock real quick. Yeah, okay, cool. Anyway, bye. I'm not dealing with your asses. Okay, cool. Whole lot of scorpions there.
Later, critter. Woo! Let's go.
Alright. Mutations. This is not mutations. 99. Okay, 99. Remember that number. Rock. $100. Okay, remember that number. 100. That's how you get rocks, is that you smash rocks. That's kind of how it works. You smash a rock, you are doing rock cracker things. That's kind of how rock cracker works, you know? Now what if I were to tell you that you can get this ability without cracking rocks? First you need to die because you're annoying me. $100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! And dead. Anyway, so we're at 9. 9. 9. 10. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, we were at 100. Now we're at 10. Yes, apparently shooting berries. That's a rock, actually. Damn. So let me explain the code here, because I think I know how it works. These are technically considered objects that you break in order to get the materials. So the game sees that an object is being broken and assumes that you are on the ladybugs. That means the only thing you can technically break is a rock. So it looks at that object destruction and sees it as rock, not berry. You're pissing me off, so you get to die. Congratulations. Thank you for accepting your fate.
It's amazing how that works on bugs and humans.
Anyway. So yes. When shooty berry equal rock. These are rocks, actually, not berries. These chunks, rock chunks, actually. So yeah. I accidentally discovered that when I was just like shooting down milkweed things, and all of a sudden it was like, you got rock cracker too, and I was like, that's not correct. I didn't crack any rocks. Wait a minute. So I went and got some berries, and apparently that counts, and I was like, oh. Well, that's something, I guess. So yeah. I find that to be very, very, very interesting, because it's like, why would that work like that? And obviously the only conclusion is the game only detects if the ladybug has destroyed something. So that technically means webs and ink things and all that that are considered objects that can be broken. Well, technically the game doesn't know that. The game thinks, you know, you're breaking a rock. So, by doing so, you can easily level up your rock cracker to level 3 by just shooting down berries. 120 berries will do the trick, and you have 120 water shots. Do the math. Now you could just go around smashing rocks all day, but the only way you can instantly smash a rock is to get to rock cracker level 2, and that takes forever. But after all that bullshit of shooting down berries, we are almost done to getting rock cracker level 3, and with that we'll be able to smash open basically anything we want way quicker. Because obviously with a rock cracker, you can break open, you know, berries and stuff, or not berries, rocks and pine cones and all that much quicker than you would if you're using your hammer. So yeah, the ladybug being a hammer is actually more broken than you think. But we are out of berries, so I'm gonna go and crack open some regular rocks. Go do that. That also means that the ladybug can crack open the snake's things, because the snake's things also count as rocks. I don't know if that's quicker or slower, so yeah, just you do the math. I don't know. I mean, technically speaking, it takes 8 hits to break open a pine cone, unless you're using your hammer, which is also 8 hits. Actually, never mind. So everything is 8 hits. But the hammer, I'm pretty sure with the snake skill, it's like 20 hits. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, the good stuff.
Should be quicker if you use the ladybug though, because it's a rock cracker moment. Yeah, I'm not dealing with your ass. Go away. Yeah.
Feeling better.
I'm out of here. Fuck that guy. What is this fucking Team Fortress with Clash of Clans? Goddamn. Clash Royale, actually. Clash Royale. Go around looking for stuff. So anyway, I'm gonna put this at the end of the AXL episode because honestly, you know, I'm tired. I don't really feel like editing too much. We have like hours of footage that is just me getting like chocolate chunks and dealing with berry chunks and just not really talking that much, mostly grinding, and I don't feel like slopping that up into one episode. I'd rather just end it like this. It's just a lot of work, and I'd rather just leave the music on. I mean, adding music, that is a good editing skill, you know, that's good, but like, it's just too much. Thanks, fucking stink bug. Goddamn, go away. Annoying.